many gray-haired kids out here, because this game allows us old people to remain young. Now, the body may be giving out a little bit, but the stories and the memories and the relationships, and things that you develop over the years stay young. And I really think that if we can continue this sort of thing forever and ever for these young men that are working on tables today, that would really be something special. So a special thanks to Mike and Bill and Ron and Joe and all the people that help keep this thing going. I really, really appreciate that. And I think the legacy of Omaha area baseball will be going on and on and on and really remain something special. And before I forget it, I know I'm going to forget somebody, so whoever I'm forgetting, thank you. Because it's something that I think that as you go through a life like I've had, there's so many people that help you along the way, whether it's monetarily with our sponsors, with attaboys from our administrators or athletic directors. I had 4 athletic directors, I had 4 principals I worked with, and 3 athletic directors and 3 principals were outstanding. I mean, people that I just really emulate, and I really thank them from the bottom of my heart, because those types of people help mold young people. And I know that it takes more than God's gifts to me to make me successful in what I'm going to do later on, and that's God's gifts from people like you. And it all starts with an understanding family. And I have to admit something right now to all of you, that I kind of told a white lie to my wife. When we were dating, I promised her diamonds. We would have a ball. We would travel across the Midwest. And I think you know where this is going. We had a whole lot of baseballs, diamonds 90 by 90 covered with dirt and grass. And most of the time, I didn't even go to these motels with her. I was with these people out here. Can you take a look at the people I've slept with? So I really thank her and my 2 sons, Jason and Aaron here, that they put up with my childish stuff. But they jumped right on the old bandwagon. They loved it. They were at the ballpark with me since they could walk and talk, giggle and wiggle. So I really appreciate all the time that they did do other things that they had to do for old Dad. And then there's a part of me that I don't know. You can talk about this and they shake their heads and stuff like this, and yeah. But there's so much that has happened in my life that this table of people that I graduated from high school with, and that table over there, I really like that second table to stand up, please. You guys, yeah, I'm talking about you guys. Those guys there have been such an influence on me, and the thing I'm most proud of is those people, I can say, played for me, they coached for me, and they have just been a very, very important part of who I am, because I don't have a bone in my where that has an original thought. I can steal things from the best. And those people back there are some that you want to steal from. They are so great with kids. They know the game of baseball. But more than anything, they're just great people. Most of those guys are still teaching. They're still coaching. There have been 2 families that have been very instrumental in my career. The first one is the Lynham family. That's Link's sons. Link was our sponsor with the Lynham drug sponsorship that they did for many years for our AAA midgets, which turned into the juniors and whatever, I don't know what it's called now, but he did that for years. And then he had Jim Lynham played baseball for me. Now is a coach at Springfield Platteview. Bill Lynham, who is everybody knows Bill. What a great job he's done with Plainville Vista South. And I think it's important that you understand that even people that kind of change directions in life get involved in this too. Jim's first career was in the Navy, and he saw that we were having such a good time coaching that when he got out of the Navy, he asked if that he went and got his teaching degree, if he could come back and student teach for me. And I said, I'd love to have that happen. Now, I know there's things that somebody from up above takes care of. Jim had requested to come and student teach in Papillion, and he said, well, I got a student teaching job in Papillion, but it's down at the junior high. Well, I said, okay, that's the way it works. But then I went to breakfast one morning, and a former administrator of ours who was retired from our school district and was taking care of placing prospective administrators at UNO. And I talked to him, and we got on the subject of Jim Lynham, and I said, boy, we sure wish we could have had him student teach, et cetera, et cetera. And he says, I'm going to meet with the gal that places those people this morning. So he went, talked to the gal, got him switched, and so Jim graduated in 1977. He went through a career, and he came, and then he was student teaching for me, and then ended up coaching for us in our school district. And so even people up above are taking care of me. Those people that I just mentioned are such a big part of who I am. And the second family that's come through here is the Kimball family. And Butch was on my first American Legion baseball team. And then he was one of my very first JV coaches, and there's so many stories. He volunteered for our sophomore coach, was not being paid a thing, took a team to Lincoln, came home, and somebody had stolen his battery out of his car. So this poor guy who just getting started, just getting going with the teaching degree and all that, comes home and he's not getting paid anything. Now he's got to buy a battery. And then his whole family are teachers except for one who's a president of a bank, which I can't hold that against him. But his sons helped me. Well, they played for me and then they helped me. So those two families have been unbelievably important in my whole career. And so with the things that I would suggest that you young people, if you want to go into something that just keeps on giving, get into teaching and coaching, because that's the only thing that I know, it's the only thing I ever wanted to do. And I just can't express in words how lucky I've been to have these people in my life. And I really, really appreciate everything that you've done. And I think that if you are able to be able to find something that gave you as much joy in your life as I had in my life, you're going to have a really good life. Thank you for everything, folks.
Jim Thomas, everybody. Thanks, Jim.